All right, we are ready for Quizbowl. This is going to be an interesting thing. So I'm going to hand you over to the Quizmaster, Quizmaster Paulister.
All right. Welcome, everyone, to your doom. No, I mean Quizbowl. All right. So to those of you that don't understand what is going on here, over last night and all day today, we have been running a quiz tournament revolving all around video games and just video games as a whole. We have formed a total of 4 teams. We have had to say goodbye to half of those, and currently we have 2 of the teams sitting here before me who are ready to face off in the grand final of the tournament. The prize, bragging rights.
Hey,
that's my favorite right. I could not think of anything else. Natty has a bag of cookies. I know that much.
Yes, we have 5.
The winning team can probably split all 5 of those. So, all right. So this is Quizbowl, and the subject matter is gaming. I will have. This is the prize. Yes, thank you. So for those of you that don't know how Quizbowl works, if you've seen University Challenge, good, you're up to speed. If not, it goes a bit like this. I'm going to ask these guys a total of 20 questions. Each question will be essentially a series of clues, all pertaining to the same thing. The thing I'm looking for will always be referenced in the form of this game, this thing, or this franchise, or this console. Yes. At any point, these questions are on the buzzer, and if they think they know, they need to buzz in immediately and call out their answer. If they cannot do that within 5 seconds, I will time them out, and I will continue reading. At the end of 20 questions, the person with the most points wins the game. How do you get points? Well, if you buzz in and give me the right answer, I will give you 10 points. If you buzz in, interrupt me in the process, and give me an incorrect answer, you will lose 5 points, and the team will not be able to buzz for the rest of the question. They'll have to wait for the next one. If you buzz in at the end of the question and get it wrong, you get 0 points. We also have power. This is a special bold section in each question, which is worth 15 points if you can get the right answer in that section. So, now to introduce you to our teams. Over to my left, we have the current team with the perfect record. They've played 2 matches, they have won both of them, and they have had quite a commanding performance on both of them. So I'm gonna allow each one to just kind of introduce themselves, their username, what they speedrun most likely, and a fun fact about themselves, unless they don't want to, in which case, So, start with...
Hello, I'm the Nebulous. I speedrun Battlefield Theatre, and I used to do a bit of Halo 3. I'm not good at quizzes. That's my fun fact.
All right. Moving on to...
I'm Max Gentleman,
Further up.
and I speedrun DuckTales and Aladdin, and I suck at DuckTales.
Yeah.
I'm Naddy, I speedrun Crash Team Racing, and I've single-handedly carried this team through all the games so far. I have won many world championships in video game quizzes, so you guys better watch out.
He's lying.
Hi, I'm Rickles. I'm from the Netherlands. I speedrun a lot of games like animal games, Ape Escape, Ghost Simulator, and he's not kidding.
Yes.
I was going to say.
All right. And now the team to my right. They had a bit of a more adventurous journey into the finals. They started off as one team comprising of Pazzi, Ben Saunders, and a few more members of the team that have all unfortunately left us because traveling is a lengthy process. And then the same applies to the team of Viper and Grizz, who were also joined by Mr. Silent Vid and Spectral Joker, who also had to leave us because trains are really expensive. So they left early. The team of Pazzi and Ben were Team Dream Daddy. The team of Grizz and Viper were Team Looking for Group Please, found Group Thanks. So we put the 2 together, and we present to you Team Looking for Dream Daddy Please. They can introduce themselves right now.
I'm Ben Saunders and I don't speedrun. I am Grizz and I am desperately looking for my dream daddy.
I'm Viper and I'm a speedrun addict.
I'm Paisley, I like the computers.
Okay, so are you guys ready?
Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Before we begin, quick shout out to Noah Chen for writing this packet of video game common links.
Thank you.
When you're speaking, look at the microphone, not the camera. People need to hear you.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello. So, is this one slightly easier? So I'm expecting a few more points to be had all around. So, let's get on with it right away. Fingers on buzzers. Here's toss-up number 1. In a game partially titled for this color, Jose Gonzalez's Far Away plays as you enter a new area in a pivotal scene. You collect fruits of this color in Celeste. This color of the...
What is red?
Correct for power. He gets 15
What
points.
is gone Jeopardy? I just panicked like. Ah!
This isn't Jeopardy, but
Yeah, I panicked.
red is correct indeed. So you get 15 points. Very well done. We move on to toss-up number 2. A character with this name is created from Kazuya Mishima after he meets and falls in love with Jun Kazama. The last words of a character with this name are, "Dad, I have to tell you something. You're an asshole." Twin beings of this type use fire and lightning and drop their giant claw.
Jen?
-5. Fire and lightning to drop their giant claws on death. This is the last word in the title of a song whose opening lyrics translate to burning inside with violent anger. One of these non-human beings named Eva married Sparta and gave birth to Virgil. A Swiss character designed after one of these creatures uses the Caduceus staff's 2 beams to buff or heal allies.
Mercy.
Nope, you're wrong as well.
I feel what we were looking for.
You're wrong as well, because it is, you buzzed in second, you don't get a penalty, only this team will get one. But because both teams got it wrong, I'll have to reveal the answer. It's Angel, or Guardian Angel, or One-Winged Angel. So I'm gonna note down the scores, and once we're done, we're gonna move on
Played a lot of Tekken, I know.
to the next toss-up.
That's not that one.
Number 3. A game with this adjective in the title gives party members either an affliction or a virtue when their stress reaches 100, and they die of a heart...
Dark kiss.
For power.
Did it for you, try, bro.
What was that?
Darkest dungeon. Yes, I know this one.
I have a line of all the
not good at
references
quizzes.
here, and
Maybe you'll listen
one
to
of them
Pete's.
is Darkest Dungeon, so indeed,
Darkest
very,
Dungeon, how the hell do you
very
know
well
that?
done.
Affliction versus
Stress 100. He was
200,
talking about it.
Someone has been paying attention
did.
to Tribro, who's been speedrunning this just a bit ago.
Exactly.
But yeah, Mibs just hard carrying the team in these first few.
I thought I'd take some weight off Natty for this one.
Yeah, giving you a chance to speak up.
Okay, all right. So get ready for number 4. It's not losing your soul, but the last line of the Cuphead intro song refers to this consequence for the main characters if they proceed but don't succeed. Juliet does this to her boyfriend Nick in order to save him in one game. The Divider can do this to Isaac in a special cutscene, and this happens to Helios at the end of his boss fight, after which he's turned into a weapon. One event of this type is preceded by the phrase, "My ancestors are smiling at me, Imperial, can you say the same?" But the player character is spared from this fate by the appearance of a dragon in the opening of Skyrim. Scenes...
Execution.
I need something more specific.
Chopping off the head.
Yeah, I'll take that, yeah, decapitation. So 10 points to you.
Yeah, that's a bit.
Yeah.
Would,
that's the
would we
actual
have
word
got
for
that if you said beheading? Just to ask.
Yeah, same thing.
Same thing, yeah.
Clear
That's
equivalence of decapitation give you
Yeah,
the points.
same
So.
thing.
Heady go bye-bye.
Yeah.
Arctic. Get rid of the...
So yeah, I'd like to also give a quick shout out to Planks, who's
Give
also
it a
explaining
shot.
roughly the nuances of the quiz. So essentially when I say this blank, I mean this is what I'm looking for. So that. Now we move on to toss-up number 5. This is the last word in the title of a game in which the protagonist is scarred by a rock thrown by Bast, who calls her a no-mother. That protagonist can find five power cells to unlock the Shield Weaver armor.
Dawn?
For power! Natty, I must congratulate you. I must congratulate you on your first points in this tournament.
You've earned them.
You've earned every single one of them. Well, we move on to number 6. In Crypt of the Necrodancer, items made of this substance do 4 times as much damage. 50 frost crystals are required to make this substance in No Man's Sky. In a location titled for this substance, you can die instantly unless the mark of negation is cleared by walking into a fountain of light. That location can be opened by simultaneously activating 3 sync plates. In that raid named for this substance, you defeat Atheon times Conflux. In the Elder Scrolls games, malachite is used to make an armor of this type. A French character...
Glass.
Correct for
The
10.
bolted glass, of course.
I was actually going to say diamond.
I was thinking
Yeah,
glass.
it's
I
glass. Yeah.
I was thinking diamond. It was getting relatively close. I was like diamond, diamond. Yeah, diamond.
It's Destiny's first raid. I
Glass.
couldn't remember
Yeah.
what it was called.
I was hoping
Thank
that
God
could-
you
Well
all
done.
lost
Balls of glass.
So.
Well
We
done to
nearly lost
Grizz.
the point because of me.
We move on to the next toss-up. Number 7. In Bookworm, these kinds of tiles automatically move downwards. A route of this type in Paradise City involves driving a specific car to a specific location. A very short
Burning Red.
4 power!
Oh, yes!
Burning Red.
Yes, thank God we got Ben on the team. That's someone else who knows his racing games besides me.
Yeah.
Boy, oh boy, this is actually quite exciting.
It just
We
got
move
heated
on.
up.
We move on to number 8. Description acceptable. This action is required to reveal the map in Takeshi's challenge, and performing this action unlocks the alternate ending of Far Cry 4 and Far Cry 5. Belch's factory can be accessed in this manner, and Sans dies after trying to win in this manner in Undertale. In the Stanley Parable, the narrator gets irritated if you do this action in the broom closet.
Waiting?
Yeah, I'll accept that, yeah.
Doing nothing. Doing nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's for 10.
Nice.
So, yeah, it was very close, but it's just for 10.
After the Sans battle, I was so confused. It
I
was
was.
like...
I got it on
I've
Stanley
still not got a
Parable.
single answer right.
Regardless, well done.
The only one.
Alright, so for this next one, this one is a bit special. It also has superpower, which, again, I know I said previously I'm not going to include it, but this time I feel inclined to. If you get this toss-up within superpower, you get 20 points. So,
Oh no.
get ready.
Yes.
A sequel to a quest with this name requires you to speak with Bob the Cat after going to the house on the hill on Fossil Island.
Dragon Slay.
Superpower!
Let's get boy! Whoa! Day 2! And it's January last
That's
year.
RuneScape, isn't it?
I was going to say, yeah.
Fuck!
Whoa!
Incredible!
Yeah, it's like 5 seconds behind.
I think we've now just shattered the mic, so thanks for
I'm
that.
so proud of myself right now.
I feel like I should have gotten that. I played enough
Incredible. That was
Of course, like, please be RuneScape. Bob the Cat, like, it's RuneScape.
holy cow.
I didn't know it was Tale of Two Cats.
I recognise it.
I'm good. The only answer I know so far, Ben got
Alright,
it.
let's,
So I'm good right
let's
now.
settle down. Let's move on to the next one. After this, we're going to do a score check. Number 10. This action nullifies a metaphor for the inevitability of death in an XKCD comic. After seeing one version of a certain scene, Conan O'Brien asked if there was a corresponding action for I'm here, because I thought I might meet somebody. On PC, this action lets you swap your offhand item in Minecraft and interact with objects in Dishonored. You can go faster than the ski-free monster by doing this action. The most infamous version of this action succeeds a Kevin Spacey cameo and makes Jack Mitchell touch the top of a funeral casket in a quick-time event. For 10 points, name this action which you do to pay respects in an...
Press X.
Press F is correct for 10.
I nearly got that as well. I was like,
I was working out what exactly
I go
the
wait.
is.
And then as soon as I was thinking, press, no, he gets it.
Alright.
I need to be quicker on buzzer, but if I'm too
Okay.
quick, I'll lose.
So, after 10 toss-ups, we're at the halfway point, and 2 Minutes to Quiz Night has 65 points, and Looking for Dream Daddy Please has 50. All to play
I'm
for
in
still,
20 points.
and 10 more toss-ups to play
We've
it
got
in.
50 so far.
This
I
one
know.
also has superpower, so if you get this,
Oh.
I'll be very proud of you. So, get ready, number 11. A minigame from Jackbox Party Pack 4 involves this action, which awards you $33 and prevents you from selecting one answer option for the rest of the game. Whiskey, a piece of wood, and a heated steel rod can help in accomplishing this action in a chapter...
Defibrillation?
-5. In a chapter titled The Lizard, Dr. Richard Traeger performs this action on the protagonist of Outlast twice. Altair performs this action in order...
Cutting off a finger?
For 10 points. So
Once again,
-5.
To be sure, I knew what he was.
I kind of had
That was
it.
a good guess, actually.
It was a good guess.
I think.
Yeah. Somebody hasn't played Jackbox Party Pack. Like
I played the
me.
first two.
So yeah, we move on to the next one. Number 12. By obtaining extra ones of these locations, Victor Ali was able to take breaks in a record broken by Victor Sandberg. A game with these locations in its title features Chirper the Bird in a parody of Twitter. Dr. Vu is a villain in a game named after this location, and in its predecessors, Gus Oddman and Dr. Wright can help you. A song from Sonic R states that, living in this place, you know you have to survive, while another Sonic song states, trust me and we will escape from...
City.
Correct for 10.
How does that song go, Padre?
Please sing.
No.
Living in the city. Oh yeah.
That Sonic R did you good, didn't it? When I was
Yep.
all singing.
Well done, Posy.
We saw all like throw his hands up.
Well done on this one. We go to number 13 now. In Command & Conquer Red Alert 2, Yuri uses his psychic powers to defend against these events, while in Command & Conquer Red Alert 3, Cherdenko uses time travel to prevent these events from occurring. In Braid, touching the princess reveals a reference to one of these events, which is also described in the epilogue. Lois Lane's heart-stopping triggers one of these events in Injustice Gods Among Us.
Apocalypse.
I will need something a bit more specific.
Doomsday, End of the World.
Nah, I cannot accept that, I'm afraid. That's a -5. Joseph Seed sings Amazing Grace after one of these events in the good ending of Far Cry 5. Reaching a 25 kill streak in Modern Warfare 2 lets you...
Nuke.
A nuke is correct. So you get
I
10
know,
points.
like, I went, do you want to nuke Far Cry 5? And I just went, yes. I don't care about the innocent people, stop them. Nuke.
Tactical nuke incoming! Oh wait, no, it's just toss-up number 14. This one also has superpowers, so fingers on buzzers. This one runs for a bit. A building named for this product in Club Penguin let you play a minigame involving catching bags thrown out of a truck. That building was the leftmost in the town center. Matt names his business after a T.S. Eliot line of poetry containing this product's name in Dream Daddy. This product inspired a shop run by Professor Egad that permanently boosts your stats in Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga and was frequently consumed by Godot from Ace Attorney. This product names a minigame criticized by Hillary Clinton that hackers could access, featuring a fully clothed CJ.
Coffee.
Coffee is correct for 10.
Yeah.
Just out of power as well.
I have no clue on that one.
Yeah, that last one was hot coffee, specifically. Yeah, the hot coffee scandal. But we move on to number 15.
Those were the days.
And we'll run another
Days of
score check
scandal.
after this one. In a game titled after these objects, you direct mice with 4 colored arrows away from cats and toward these
Is it Rocket?
415! Woo! Incredible!
Nice one.
Alright, and after 15 toss-ups, 2 minutes to quiz night have 70 points, and team looking for Dream Daddy Please have 90.
Wow.
It's getting better now.
We
How
were
the,
equal at
how the
one
turns
stage, I
have
was
tabled.
Yeah.
I've been more or less counting score.
We were equal to begin
Before I
with.
get the answer.
Alright, we shall move on now to number 16. Description acceptable. This property, which determines the effects of foe super armor, gives Snake an unusually uneven matchup in Brawl. Selecting it requires giving up stage striking advantage. Instead of changing this property, you may instead destroy leather straps on the faces of statues, or shoot down and steal the Sorrow doll and its counterpart. In 20XX, matches are decided by this property, which you should not change in the Screaming Beauty fight. Changing this property is how you defeat a boss who reads your memory card and comments on your games. Psychomantis.
Oh shit, no. It's the Psychomantis is the memory card.
Nope, it's not the memory card. That's a -5. This property determines grab priority when 2 players input on the same frame in Smash. For 10 points, name this property, which is generally different for each player on a console, since they are playing on different controllers.
Player ID.
The what?
Player ID or PID?
No, it's not that. It's the controller port. It's the controller port.
Oh yeah, Jane Sonic.
So
That's when it was like right close and it dropped out.
Nice, getting
-5
got it.
for
Nice,
Posy.
You were pretty close.
Did you also read your memory cards out?
The toss-up
See, the thing is,
unfortunately instead. Alright, everyone. We move on to the next one. Number 17. It's not sprinting, but the spacebar performs this action in SCP containment protocol, and decontamination gas drains the bar associated with that action.
Blinking?
Correct for 15.
Just as you said it.
I clicked.
Missed a chance at second points.
Sorry.
I just want to get in there.
This is a run. This is a run. We go to number 18 now. A portmanteau of this instrument's name and ZID-UN is used by fans of the Toho series for its use in songs like Phantom Ensemble and You and Owen Was Her. Big Band's Taunt in Skullgirls plays this instrument, so it can be used to cover other songs. These instruments introduce a melodic line just before the vocals come in Katamari on the Rocks. French horns and these instruments feature in Route 110's music, which is why they are often associated with Hoenn, and they play the intro to Gourmet Race. In Street Fighter II, Guile's theme heavily features these instruments. For 10 points, name these brass instruments whose MIDI version can be shrill and annoying.
Trumpet.
Yep, for 10.
I knew it from Toho, but I didn't know what brass instrument it was.
I could see it in my head, like, running around and name of the bloody thing.
Get ready for number 19. This one also has superpower, so it's not over yet. A game of this type features a Corgi Voltron along with other 100-foot-tall robots, and Scooter tries to save Planet Hippotron in another game of this type called Ribbit King. Another game of this type features a Chambi, Akara, and Lupe as 3 playable characters in Terrania. A game of this type, with an isometric perspective, involves turning enemies into pink stars and uses tomatoes as lives. One 2015 game of this type features new modes such as Nightclub Challenge that you can play using the 3-click system. That last game in an EA series changed its sponsor to Rory McIlroy. In games of this type, Golf games is correct for 10.
It's the Kirby Golf Adventure, isn't it? What we're talking about.
We have 100-foot robot golf, Tyranian mini golf, Kirby's Dream Course, which is the one you're talking about, and later on we would also have Mario Golf. With that,
I remember that.
we move on to the end of the match. This is toss-up number 20. In Mass Effect 2, a version of this item called M451 can be found in Zaid's loyalty mission. At the beginning of Until Dawn, this item is used by the Stranger to slay the Wendigo, and in Alien Isolation, it is the most effective item against the alien. 3 other games called their version of this weapon Perdition, PFM 100, and Purifier, and it uses gel as its ammo in Terraria.
Flamethrower?
Correct for 10.
God damn
it.
And that is the end. Both sides have fought very valiantly. Team 2 Minutes to Quiz Night finishes this game with 80 points. Team Looking for Dream Daddy Please will end this game in 120 points. Right side takes it.
Do we have to fight each other now?
What?
Fight each other? You have to
No,
fight
is
each
it
other for
like
the
2v2 sort of
No.
thing? Okay, no, is it
The
not
team has
winner?
won. You guys are the champions.
Hunger Games.
Well played, lads.
The fact that I didn't even answer a single one, I feel bad. I've not answered anyone.
Very good.
Like, not even a single
As for the
one.
individual score.